All right, welcome race fans. We are back tonight with the Lucky Dog Sim Racing League. They are in the Xfinity cars at Talladega. So we're back at Talladega this week after running Daytona last week. We got lots to talk about here, so we'll get right to it. Take a look at the race analytics coming into tonight. 65-degree air temperature, and 67-degree track temperature. They're doing 75 laps. That's 199.5 miles. Power window about 50 to 60 laps. Fuel window, being they're only running 58% fuel, it'll be about 22, actually right around the 22 lap mark is where they're getting. So, and 55 mile an hour pit road speed. All right, looking at the points, Gary Slapinski with a 29 place finish last week at Daytona, out early. Really horrible night for him. Lost all of that ground that he had gained on Dean Wilkinson. Dean closed the gap to 2 points behind him now. Ever Lane in third. He is 8 points back. Michael Pegg trying to redeem himself here tonight. He is 24 points back in fourth. Mark Remine in fifth. He's 40 points behind. Todd Siebel's in sixth. He is... How did I get Michael Pegg in there twice? That ain't right. How the heck did I do that? Oh, man, tell me I didn't just do that. What the heck? Give me a minute here, folks. Man, everything just went bonkers on me. Ah, man, I hate this. The heck here? Like lost everything here. What the heck? Wow, huh, what a mess. Holy smokes. Give me a second here, folks. One more. All right. Oh, anyhow, I want to look at the points here because I've done something different here, something wrong here. Michael Pegg is actually fourth. The one that I'm showing there in, I believe that is sixth, should not be Michael Pegg. That should be Todd Siebels. Oh, no, wait. No, it'll be Darren Reeser. How did I miss Darren Reeser in there?
I don't know.
Well, anyhow, Darren Reeser, he is 70 points back. I apologize for that. That was my mistake. Albert Rock in eighth. He's 85 points back. Gary Whitmer in ninth. He's 99 points behind. Brian Wang rounds out the top 10, 115 behind. Sandy Curtis in 11th. He's 117 back. Al Cena in 12th, 121 back. Brian Pierce in 13th, 128 back. Jacob Edson in 14th, he's 150 back, tied with Ben Gear. All right, 16th, James Hickson, 155 points back. 17th is Randolph Richard, 159 points behind. Joshua Smetko dropped the most positions here of anybody that dropped tonight. Let's see, what was that? He dropped 4 positions. So he goes down to 18th now in point. 30 Don Davis cranks it up a little bit. He's into 19th, 179 points back. And Giovanni makes it into the top 20, 180 points behind the leader. So that's your point. Sorry about the mix-up there. My bad. But, Dwayne, we're going to ride along with you, or did you just wreck?
Oh, I just got punted into the wall, but it's fine.
Okay.
We'll get out there, see if we can't get it mixed back up with these guys.
We're going to check it out, see what it's like to ride in the pack, if we can get back in the pack. Hey, Becky. Good to to see you, Becky. I hope Gary has another great night like he had last night. It actually turned out to be a pretty good night last night for him.
When you come off a pit road, you want to come out high to the wall here. Try to get as much heat into the motor and the tires as you can. You only get one qualify lap here. Now, you won't have to worry about these other cars out here with you when you're doing your qualify session, so you can take up really as much room as you want. You just want to stay out here by the wall until you take the green. And then from here, you want to just drop it down to the yellow line. And holding the wheel steady is critical for getting through the corner without scrubbing off too much speed. The straighter you can hold the wheel, the more speed you'll have coming out of the corner. Bring it down to the line. Hold it there through the corner. Let it lift a little so you don't scrub off too much speed. Do the tri-oval, you want to be right down against the yellow line. That art. There's a little qualifying lap at Talladega.
Very good. I guess you can't get in a pack here, can you? We were hoping we could get to see you out there. Well, we got 4 cameras here tonight. Let me double check and make sure we still got 4 because they've been coming and going. We've got Brian Pierce, Paul Witt, Thomas Holden, and Everett Lane. So that'll be interesting we'll get to ride along with some of them guys as they're running. So. Oh, Becky, you missed it last night? I thought you were in there last night. I guess you weren't. Yeah, he actually did. I don't recall where he finished. I could look. I guess I could look real quick here. Let me see where, because I can't remember exactly. You get all these wrapped up in your head. You can't remember where everybody finished. But yeah, he actually finished 13th. My bad. 3 laps down, but still a decent finish. Yeah, still a decent finish. All right, well, folks, we're going to step away for the national anthem here. We'll be right back with qualifying. Don't go anywhere. Good racing coming up here, and it's going to be very exciting being back here at Talladega. So, all right, we'll be right back.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching Max Speed TV.
All right, we're back, folks. Qualifying's just now getting started. You haven't missed a thing. And it looks like we're going to have about a 30-car field here tonight, Dwayne. Shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, it should be a really good race. These guys always put on a good show, and I got a feeling we're going to see another one here tonight.
Yes, sir. Well, folks, if it's your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the video, and you can check out our full broadcast schedule at MaxspeedTV.com and follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxspeedTV. Everett Lane here taking his I think that was his warm-up lap there. So this should be his first lap. Yeah, this will be his first lap. I don't know if we'll get a lot of guys out here. It looks like we do have a lot of guys on the track qualifying, so that's good. That's good news. I like to see guys qualifying, you know.
Yeah, it gives you a chance to try to determine where you're going to be pitting.
Right.
Because, as you know, the pit boxes are essentially based on qualifying time. And you know, some of the guys are... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, you're all right. Go ahead.
Some of the guys are not going to qualify, so you might as well start ahead of them and put in a lap.
That's right. Hey, Hike Bros, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Well, Alcina so far. There's Gary Slapinski, top of the leaderboard. We still got some fast guys out here, though. Michael Pegg, Vernon Markham. There you go. Michael just put it at the top of the leaderboard. Vernon Markham. Dean Wilkinson. There's a good shot at Darren Reeser. We still got some guys that could take that pole position away. So far, nobody's been able to touch that.
Michael Pegg with a 53.521.
See where Darren Reeser. Third for Darren Reeser. That might have been one of the last ones right there that would had a shot at it. Thomas Holder coming around. Robert DuPont. Let's see where Robert comes in. 9th on the board. Thomas Holder, waiting for him to complete his lap here. Patrick Alvarado's out there. Patrick can take the pole. We've seen it, haven't we, Dwayne?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, he is pretty fast at Talladega. All All right, Thomas Holder coming around. Let's see what he does on this lap. Here comes Patrick Alvarado. I think that was his first warm-up lap right there. Yeah, it was. Holder coming by. Let's see what he turns in. Fifth quickest. Not bad.
Is he going to have enough time?
Yeah, I don't think Alvarado's going to have enough time to get around here.
He's got to do it in the next 10 seconds.
Ain't going to happen. Nope. He's going to be about maybe 15 seconds short. That's it. Dang. All right, we'll get everybody on the grid here. Get them accounted for. All right, so Michael Pegg does take the pole to 53.522. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. Gary Slapinski starting on the outside of the front row in second. Darren Reeser third. Dean Wilkinson will start fourth. Thomas Holder fifth. Al Ghost Rider Cena will start in sixth place. Gasman Frank G will start seventh. Larry Boyle eighth. Dirty Don Davis will start ninth, and Robert DuPont 10th. Dwayne?
Jacob Edson will roll off 11th. Everett Lane 12th. Paul Witt qualified 13th. Sergeant Pierce will roll off 14th. Randolph Gumbo 15th. Gary Whitmer 16th. Ben Gear in the Cheetos Supra will start from the 17th spot. Chris Hogue 18th and 19th, the last driver to take a qualifying time, Joel Guy. And Robert Beers will round out the top 20. Rudy?
Vernon Margup 21st, Brian Wang 22nd, Kenneth Mikesell 23rd, Robbie Singleton 24th, Sandy Curtis 25th, Mark Remine 26th, Robert Rock 27th, Dwayne's in the booth with me, Patrick Alvarado 29th, Jim Hickson 30th, and Todd Siebels rounds out the field in 31st. Yeah, I was going to say, we just put up the new, I just put the new avatar on here for Ben Gear. Got the Cheetos cat. I kind of borrowed that or stole it from a friend of mine. But he ain't using it, I don't think. If he is, sorry, we're using it too. So, but there you go, Ben Gear with the Cheetos cat. Cool cat.
"29 drivers on the starting grid. Jim Hickson has elected to start from pit road.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Todd Siebels, Tunnel Take. How you doing, buddy? Oh, you're very welcome there, Todd. Very welcome. Good luck tonight, Todd. Well, I think Gary's hoping he can make a comeback tonight after that 29th place finish last week, Dwayne. That was a heartbreaker.
Yeah, it only takes a few bad races. You don't want to have a repeat.
Nope. He had used his reset and got tangled up again, and boy, there was no fixing the car. It was toast.
Good news is they do have two fast repairs, but you don't want to use them early.
That's right. Well, that sounds really good, Becky. She said she was making chili last night. That sounds good.
Sounds delicious.
Mm-hmm. Can never go wrong with chili.
No, sir. One of my favorite foods. All right, here we go. Pace car making the left-hander turn down pit road. Michael Pegg going to pull the field through the tri-oval to the start zone. Flagman has the green flag in hand.
Green flag,
There it
green
is,
flag.
in the air, green flag. We are underway from Talladega Superspeedway.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dwayne, I am going to be keeping an eye on Dean Wilkinson tonight. You know, he's so close to taking that point lead away from Gary Slapinski. I don't want to see him, you know, get damaged or anything that he can't do it. But I'm telling you what, that guy is going to do whatever it takes to try to close that gap up even closer on Gary. 2 points separate them two right now. And Gary does drop it to the bottom.
That leaves the outside line open.
Yes, sir. And Michael Pegg goes to the outside. He says, look, dude, I want to lead the first lap. I don't know if he's going to do it. He does do it. Yeah.
For the first time in a long time that I can remember.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a wreck.
Uh-oh.
Big wreck mid-pack.
Oh, Robert DuPont, Chris Hogue in it. Let's
Sir,
go
that
take a
started
look
with
here.
DuPont.
Oh, man. Let's go take a look here.
Like he was just ahead of Everett Lane there as they were coming through the tri-oval. Looks like he had to check up. Larry Boyle in front of him caused him to check up, and when he did, Lane went to the outside, and they just tangled.
Oh, my gosh. There was a bunch of cars got caught up into that.
Yes, sir. Chris Hogue involved.
Oh, Robert Bears was involved in it?
Brian
gosh.
Wang, Joel Guy just snuck through. But Robbie Singleton gets collected in that.
Dang, a lot of cars caught up in it.
Sure.
All right, they'll come around here and get caught up on the field, and we'll line up and get them restarted again here.
Robert Rock, the other driver involved in that. So several drivers. As I mentioned, you don't want to, but they're going to have to use a reset if they're going to stay up to speed.
That's right.
Don't really see any other drivers other than the guys involved in that coming to pit road at this point. Now, this was a huge, and this is why Jim Hickson started from pit road. He took a gamble, because it really is a gamble when you go to pit road, but it paid off for him. He stayed out of the wreck. Gets to catch up to the tail end of the field now.
Yes, sir. I think all in all, he's probably happy he made that call now.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we're not going to talk to anybody yet. Kind of early to talk to anybody, but next caution, if we get another one, we'll try to get a word in with somebody. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the race here tonight. I know we just got started and just got a caution, but we'll get back under green here in a minute.
And for some drivers, a reset and fuel only will get them back out and collected on the field.
There's a lot of, so that's going to throw them out of pit sequence just a little bit. The front 12 stay out.
Yeah, shouldn't throw them out of sequence too much. I mean, they'll be able to stay out about 2 laps longer than the guys who stayed out, so it's not too much of an advantage, but you never know. It could be the difference. It all depends on how they get on and off pit road.
Yep. Well, Paul Witt's one of the guys that stayed out. The last one, I should say, that stayed out here did not make a pit stop. So, in that beautifully painted autism car. Great job there, Paul. Love the paint job. So it looks like everybody has made their pit stop. Nobody is a lap down except for Chris Hogue, which he is still sitting on pit road.
Yeah, I think he had to tow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he did have a lot of damage.
Yeah, when you have to tow the car in, there's a 3.5 minute timer that you have to wait through to get your car pulled out. Usually you go 1, maybe 2 laps down during that time. But once he's done towing, he'll get his reset and be out to rejoin the field. All right, and the lights should go out this time.
Well, folks, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you get notified every time we do go live here at MaxspeedTV. And throw us a little thumbs up there. That would be much appreciated. The drivers love that.
Several other drivers coming in to top off. Mark Ramine, Brian Wang, Vernon Markham, Sandy Curtis, Kenneth Mikesell, Robert Rock, Jim Hickson.
Not a bad idea. You think them guys have already got 5 laps on their tires and fuel. Okay. So they've got 5 more laps of fuel.
Yes, sir. We'll reset the restart here for you as we get ready to go back racing. Michael Pegg still scored as the race leader. Dean Wilkinson will restart to his outside in second. Gary Slipinski will restart third. Al Cena fourth. Darren Reeser in fifth. Thomas Holder sixth. Frank Ramuglia seventh. Larry Boyle eighth. Ninth, Don Davis. Jacob Edson in the top 10 now. Brian Pierce 11th. Paul Witt restarting 12th. Everett Lane 13th. Gary Whitmer 14th. Randolph Gumbo 15th. 16th Ben Gear. Todd Siebels in 17th. Joel Guy 18th. 19th Patrick Alvarado. Robert DuPont will restart in 20th. Robert Beers 21st. Robbie Singleton 22nd. Mark Ramine 23rd. Brian Wang 24th. Vernon Markham 25th. Sandy Curtis 26th. Robert Rock 27th. Jim Hickson 28th. And Kenneth Mikesell, the last car on the lead lap, in 29th. Chris Hogue has gotten his repairs and rejoins the field 2 laps down in 30th. All right, pace car is off. We're going to bring them around through to the restart zone. All right, here we go. Green flag.
Alcina now up to the 4th spot. There's another one that'll get up there. I'm sure we'll see him lead some laps. Darren Reeder has been extremely cranking it up this season. We'll see what he can do. Frank G in 6th. Let's see, who do we got? Closest one to the front here that's got a camera right now is Brian Pierce. Concentrating pretty heavily there from Brian Pierce.
Everett Lane trying to make up some ground, going to that outside line with Paul Witt in tow.
And there's another one. We got a camera forever here too. And he's making some headway up there, him and Paul Witt doing good.
Yeah, they're doing real well.
Yeah, we got Paul Witt here too. Let's see, got him somewhere. Yeah, right there. He's staying pretty focused here. He knows what he's got to do.
And Slipinski, as he led that last lap, give him a bonus point. So 1 point more than Gene Wilkinson, but Wilkinson's on that outside line trying to get his own bonus point with Alcina pushing.
Yeah.
Need just a little more help from that outside line. They're not going to get there this time.
Yeah, they're there, but I mean, you just need that half a car length more.
Yeah, they need Larry Boyle to get closer to Alcina's bumper, not touching his bumper, but close enough that he can give him a little extra oomph in that line there. Everett Lane coming to the outside. We're 3 wide for the lead.
Can you imagine this? 3 wide for the lead? Unbelievable. Well, it's kind of what we've seen. What night was that when they were 4 wide for the lead? When was that? The other night.
A couple of weeks ago, yeah. Oh, yep. That was Wednesday, I think.
Yeah. Look at that. 3 abreast. That is awesome. Everett Lane coming up through. Find him. Where the heck is he? There we are. He's trying to get there. Dean Wilkinson still has not led. Everett Lane, boy, he's got to thank Paul Witt for every bit of that right there. That whole crew right there behind him.
Yes, sir. And they've got 5 cars up there. That's really all you need to make that line sustainable. If they could get a couple more, they'd be heading to the front. Look at Wilkinson getting a big push. I believe he's going to get a bonus point here and negate Slipinski's.
Yep,
yes,
he did. Well, that just canceled out Gary's bonus point right there. So they still remain 2 points separating them two. And he comes right down. Man.
He's got the position, 1 position ahead of Slipinski, so they're tied right now for the lead if it were to end at this moment.
Man, I'm telling you, these guys are racing their hearts out right now. Is it the last lap?
Not quite, not by a long shot. We still got coming to 65 to go at the line, and but these guys are doing a good job. They want to get up there. They want to race.
Yes, sir.
They don't just want to ride around here for 75 laps. They're here to put on a show, and man, they're doing a good job.
Yes, they are. Gary Slapinski come over behind Everett Lane, and Everett Lane is going to get a lap led. Yes, sir. He does lead that lap.
He's the lone car out front. Then it's 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 back to the rest of the field.
Golly, man, these guys are really.
You think don't think this is close racing, Rudy? The top 21 drivers separated by less than a second that time by.
Gary Whitmer riding along with Gary here. He is in 13th position. And there you kind of get to see what it's like riding in the middle. Guys weaving around just a little bit, and that's where you got to be extra careful. These guys, boy, it's so easy to get into one another. You know, you're just inches apart.
Yeah, and you kind of have to know the lane you're going to be in and try to, project how much space you have in your mind. And it's when drivers start cheating there, trying to come down and encroach in the other lanes to get that side draft. That's usually when you have the issues.
Yes, sir. Wilkinson trying to get that lead back. I'll tell you, he is not messing around tonight. He is not. Look for him at the end, Dwayne. He's so close to taking that point lead away from Gary Slapinski. He wants it. He can taste it. That's how bad it is.
Well, if you remember a couple of weeks ago when we talked to him, he said that he was going to be more aggressive this season, wasn't going to hang back anymore, and he's proven it right now.
Yes, sir. Wow, man, I'm telling you. Gary sitting in second here, giving him a big push.
Oh,
This
and
is
Gary,
good stuff.
I guess it was a little much for Gary. Or
Dean?
Dean, yeah, sorry, he dropped out of it.
Yeah. What is going on? He does that, though. He got up there and led his lap, and now he's good. He wants out of it now.
I'm trying to put myself in his mindset. He thinks there's going to be a big wreck in the next couple of laps up there as hard as they're racing. He may not be wrong.
That's right.
Now, he's back in the back, so if he's still in with the draft, he hasn't lost the draft, so he's still in good position. He's just a couple seconds off of the lead right now. And if something happens, he's going to be able to avoid it.
Well, Ben Gear, he's still riding. He's got the Cheetos car right up here where he started. Oh, Cheetos. Well, everybody's quiet in chat. How's everybody doing? Tunnel Take, Becky, Mike Bros, what's going on? How's everybody doing? Brandon, where's everybody at? I know they're all watching the race here, but golly, man, talk to me. What's going on, Vern? Mark Romine, coming from 26th. He's up to 19th, Dwayne.
Yep. And we're going to see a whole lot of jockeying for position. You know, that's the beauty of super speedway. It doesn't matter really where you start; it's where you finish. And you can start in dead last and still win the race here. We've seen it countless times. So it's all about how you handle yourself in the draft and wreck avoidance. And a little bit of a horseshoe never hurts.
That's right. Well, Brian Wang, 21st here. He's about where he started. Jacob Edson, he has gone from 11th all the way back to 25th. That's kind of like under the Dean Wilkinson rule there. All right, boy, the pack is really getting intense up here now. Alcina right behind Gary Slapinski, pushing the daylights out of him. Michael Pegg sitting there in third on that bottom. He's not too much into the one. He doesn't want to push. You never want to push the pusher. And Michael knows that. He's a veteran at this stuff, so. Guys looking pretty smooth out there right now. Paul Witt. You never get caught up here. Paul Witt's starting. He started 13th and he's up to 4th. Is that Patrick Alvarado I see? Whoa, look at this.
Patrick Alvarado you see.
From 29th, folks, all the way to 7th.
That's what I mean. It doesn't matter where you start.
Right. Yep, still nobody chatting. I don't know. Everybody's there, but they're not there.
They're focused on a good show.
Well, Everett Lane was one of the guys that did pit under that caution. So he can go a couple extra laps. Now, the question is, these other guys, his teammates right there around him, they did not pit. Is he going to pit with them, or is he going to stay out there a little bit longer?
Well, it depends on if he's got other teammates that he can work with who have already pitted. I would say, though, if he's in radio communication with these guys, that he's probably going to stop when they do. But we do know that Everett Lane does like to stay out there an extra couple of laps when everybody else ducks off pit road. So we might see him do that.
Yeah, because we're not too far from first round pit stops here. Maybe 2 or 3 laps.
5 or 6 laps, yeah. 5 or 6 laps at the most.
Everett pretty focused right now, I can tell you that. Or you want to really be freaked out right there. You can see him in the car and in his driver's seat at home. That'll really freak out some people.
Now, as you've noticed, that outside line is starting to get smaller and smaller. So these guys are already thinking about it, already getting set up for
Yep,
their first
they
round
are.
of pit stops here.
It's coming real soon. Here comes
And
the
it's
boat.
right
Here
now.
they come. Yep.
And Everett Lane coming with them.
Now remember, some of these regulators like to pit a little earlier than the rest of the field.
And unlike Daytona, at Daytona, pit road speed is 60 mile an hour. Here it's only 55.
Yeah.
So you got to be really careful not to speed.
Well, Patrick Alvarado stayed out. He led his first lap of the race after starting 29th, Dwayne. And look who's right behind him, Dirty Don Davis.
Yeah, I imagine some, if not the biggest majority of these guys are going to be on pit road this time by, as the regulators all start coming off of pit road to rejoin the race.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of these guys that, yeah, here they come. Patrick Alvarado going to bring them in. Dirty Don Davis coming in. Oh, there's a few of them coming in. So Robert Baer's going to stay out. He's going to lead his first lap of the race after starting 20th. He's working with Robbie Singleton right now and Kenneth Mikesell.
And now, if you remember, these guys were involved in that first. Most of the guys who are out there right now were involved in that first lap wreck. So they're all up front, all got their cars repaired, so they can stay out here a couple more laps than everyone else who's pitted.
True. Very true. Yes. Ben Gear sitting in 8th. He's kind of riding a little high here, but he does come down to the bottom. Is he going to pit? No, he is going to stay out for another lap. And Randolph Gumbo taking over the lead here, or Mark Remine, one of the two. Because I guess it'll be Mark Remine. Brian Wang's going to push him to the front. So Mark Remine gets a lap lead. All right, so we still got about 11 drivers, Dwayne, that need to come to pit road yet. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, we should
getting caught up with some of the drivers who had already made their pit stop. Robert DuPont just went a lap down to the leaders here,
right?
Because he was not able to get out and maintain into the draft with everyone else who pitted with him. But he will look to get his lap back when these guys pit.
Well, Thomas Holder's he is not far from going a lap down.
Yeah, and it's just miscues on pit road. It's not anything that these guys have done wrong. It just they either had to back up in their pit stall or might have taken tires instead. And when they came out, the field, everyone that was with them were just too far ahead for them to catch the draft. Now we have a huge pack of cars up here of guys who've already pitted. We have a 5-car breakaway with Everett Lane leading that pack. He will assume the lead once this cycles through. And then Robert Beers leading the second pack. So a little spread out right now as Mark Remine leads another one. They have still yet to pit. So it's going to be really interesting to see how all of this shakes out when these guys finally do make it to pit road.
Yeah, Mark Remine should be bringing them in here. I would say on this lap, but I don't know that for a fact. I would say, yes, they will be coming in. There's 11 of them working together here. All the way back to James Dixon. That would be one heck of a pack of cars to be coming to pit road and working together.
Well, if they all come in at once, Robert DuPont's going to feel very lonely out there.
Oh, man, they're not going to come in yet. They're going to stay out again.
Yeah. So they are content to run their tanks dry, and I don't know if that's the right call right now because I mean, they are in a pack together. They are pretty fast, but the guys who have already pitted, they are pretty much nose to tail right now, running around the same speed, maybe actually a couple mile an hour faster as they're coming out of the corner. Mark Remind getting it up to 191, and that's around the same speed as Everett Lane right now. So they're running the same times, but you just lose so much in the pit lane when coming down the lane to get your tires or your fuel and everything. So these guys do need to be thinking about coming down pit road. We'll see how long they can stretch it out.
Yeah, we're out to 23 laps here.
And maybe they're trying to set themselves up to make it in one more stop.
Yeah, I never thought of that. Yeah, they can do that. That caution. No.
If they can stretch it another 2, maybe 3 laps,
I
could
doubt
make it on one more stop.
Yeah, I doubt it. But yeah, because you got to think about that caution that was in there, and these guys did pit. Some of them did pit, so.
And half of them looks like they're coming to pit road this time.
Yeah, got a few of them stayed out. But
Gary Whitmer, Ben Gear, and Joel Guy on pit road. Mark Remind, Brian Wang, Todd Siebels, Vernon Margam, Sandy Curtis, Robert Rock, and Jim Hickson yet to pit.
Yeah, and Vernon Margam just went into third. This is the closest we've seen him to the front tonight.
And I think that's what they're doing, Rudy. I think they are trying to stretch it out to make it on one more stop instead of having to stop twice. And if they can do that, there's the race right there.
Well, if you remember, most of these guys, they did pit just as they were coming around to, when they went around for the final lap before they got the green flag, they ducked in and topped off. So a few of them coming in, but Mark Remind is staying out. Brian Wang staying out.
Vernon Margam and Sandy Curtis, Todd Siebels, Robert Rock, and Jim Hickson, the top 4, have not pitted yet. They still hold a 31-second lead over Everett Lane.
Wow.
And they're benefiting from having Robert DuPont out there with them, because right now, as the 5-car pack, they're able to maintain the same speeds that the 5-car pack of Everett Lane, Gary Slapinski, Al Cena, and Michael Pegg, Paul Witt as well.
Here they come.
Here they come. We'll see if they can get the pit road and off. I don't think they're going to be able to maintain the lead, but it's going to be close.
Yeah. Well, Thomas Holder, he couldn't stay out with them because he had just come off the pit road and done his pit stop, did a 2-tire change. So now let's see Brian Wang, all these guys in on pit road, and here comes Everett Lane bringing the whole pack. Look at this pack of cars. Whoa.
2-tire change for Vernon Margam. They're all away, but here comes the pack. They will be passed up right here.
Yep. Dang.
And that's why I didn't think staying out was such a good call, Rudy, because they are going to be about a full straightaway behind the leaders when they finally get up to speed here.
Sure. Well, Darren Reeser sitting back here pushing Patrick Alvarado. Patrick, if you remember, folks, he led a lap after starting 29th tonight. Unbelievable. I'll tell you, that guy's good at super speedways. I don't care what anybody says. He's got a lot of talent on super speedways.
And that'll hand the lead back over to Everett Lane and company here. And that's a pretty good sized pack that we've got right now.
Yeah, sure is. Yep. Well, Dean Wilkinson's in that pack. Robert Bears. Robbie Singleton. Kenneth Mikesell. Frank G. Larry Boyle. Brian Pierce. Jacob Edson, and then Robert DuPont is a couple laps down, but he is hanging on with that group. Yeah.
Yeah, the top 16 are all in this group.
Yeah.
And then those guys that stayed out, Rudy, you know, it didn't seem like they were losing. It seemed like they were maintaining, right? But
Right.
they were all up in the lead pack before pit stops. Now they find themselves 9 seconds behind the leader because they stayed out those extra laps.
Yep. Actually, 11 seconds back because they just lost a bunch of time. They're getting all shuffling around. Actually, almost 12 seconds.
Yep. 11 seconds back from Everett Lane to Todd Siebels, who's leading that line.
Yeah, they're losing a lot of time to the leader right now.
Now, they have a huge pack of cars here. It's a group of about 10 cars all lined up nose to tail. They do have enough time. They can still, if they stay nose to tail and don't start racing each other, they could potentially catch the leaders, but they've got a long way to go.
Todd Siebel just pulled out. He's going to the back. We're going to shuffle this around a little bit. And that gives the lead to Robert Rock in this group, I mean. You know, because once they get hot, somebody's got to go, you know, get away from the front there so that, you know, somebody can get their engine cooled off. So, but these guys, 13 seconds now behind that lead pack. Well, if you're just joining us, folks, we had one caution at the very beginning of the race. I think it was on lap 2. We've been green ever since. We're coming up on the halfway mark here in about 5 laps.
30 cars started the race. 30, or make that 29, as Chris Hogue just took his car behind the wall. 29 still out there. Robert DuPont, the only car not on the lead lap of those still remaining. He is 2 laps down. I believe he had a pit road, a black flag speeding penalty. Had to come back and serve it.
Dang.
So 28 on the lead lap currently.
I don't see Chris in here. I drag him down to the booth with us. He had a good time with us in the booth that night, remember?
Yeah.
He really enjoyed that. Kind of got to see it from our perspective. But I don't know if he's gone for the night. Looks like he may have left for the night, I guess so. Well, here goes Michael Pegg to the outside. Comes over in front of Patrick Alvarado. And he would like to take this lead back.
But look who's in that top lead draft with Gary Slapinski and company, Dean Wilkinson.
I know it. He's there. I'll tell you, man, he's got a goal here tonight. His goal is to take over the point lead here from Gary Slapinski.
No, that is much easier said than done. But if he can pull it off, I think the rest of the season could be his. So we'll have to wait and see how this happens, because the season is winding down. We only have a couple more races after tonight.
Yeah, I think 2. If I'm seeing it right, 2 races left, I think.
I'll double check.
Yeah, I'm looking right now, Dwayne.
Okay.
Well, maybe. There we go. I guess you can't tell by. Never mind. They don't have them scheduled on Dan Lisa. You have to look on the iRacing thing. I think there's 2 races left. All right, Everett Lane still battling with Michael Pegg, and Michael gets a big pusher from Gary Slapinski. And boy, I mean, when I say a big push, I mean a big push. Paul Witt sitting here in 7th place. If we could ride along with Paul here real quick. Check it out. See what he's got going on here.
And to answer your question, yes, there are 2 races left. We'll be back to Talladega next week, and then we finish the season off in Daytona.
Man.
2 weeks.
Oh, very good. Well, there's Paul Witt for you, folks. Paul's always been a calm, cool driver. I got to say, he's always been a calm, cool driver. He just stay focused. No big deal. Good driver.
Thomas Holder about to be swallowed up by the pack here, and Jim Hickson not that far ahead of him. 2 drivers about to go a lap down after losing the draft through the round of pit stops there.
Yep. It's kind of a bummer for Thomas there. And then, yeah, Jim Hickson will be next. But the last one on the lead lap right now is Brian Wang, which, golly, man, I really thought he'd be up a little closer to the front.
Yeah, well, he is in that second group that's now 15, make that 16 seconds behind the leaders. So he does have drafting help, doesn't have to worry about going a lap down. What this group here from 17th back to 26th needs is a caution. And Jim Hickson in the Dr. Pepper Supra will go a lap down. And he'll have to fight with Thomas Holder to be the lucky dog should a caution come out.
But he should be able to pick up the draft here off this lead pack and stay right with them.
And it looks like Thomas Holder is going to pass him up right here.
And he did.
Down.
Ah.
He can drop down, stay in the draft, and try to race with him to see who's going to be the lucky dog here. But we are at halfway this time by.
Yes, sir. And Everett Lane, destined to lead the most laps tonight. He's going to try. But you got to make sure that you're in the position to lead the most important one, that last one. Dean Wilkinson did get a bonus point. Patrick Alvarado takes it high. What's he doing, Dwayne? What's he doing?
The back.
Oh, man.
He's decided that he wants to...
Oh, they're going to be pitting.
Yeah, they're coming in again.
Ah, here we go. Yeah. And they'll still have,
doesn't it?
Yeah, they're still going to have to stop one more time for fuel.
Yeah, they're about 10 laps short of being able to make it. So
yep.
These guys are coming down now. We'll see if these other... And this is going to be interesting to see. These guys who pitted so much later, Vernon Markham.
Yeah.
They're going to try, if they can make it 10 more laps, Rudy, and it's going to be really close. Markham's only been out here 12 laps. They could potentially make it to lap 25, 26 to go and pit and make that their last stop. So if these guys can stretch it out, I'm sure they're saving gas right now in the pack. That could be the call that wins them the race if it stays green the rest of the way.
Yeah, I'm thinking Sandy Curtis right now.
Oh, Thomas over around.
Uh-oh.
Coming down to pit road, gets too hard on the brakes and just spins it out by locking the brakes up. He hits the inside wall, but he's off the racing surface, so no caution. But he is going to lose even more time.
I'll bet you he's bummed about that.
Yeah, because that does put Jim Hickson in the lucky dog spot.
Yep. Oh, my gosh. Wow.
Aaron Reeser, Don Davis, and Patrick Alvarado coming in to make their pit stop. Robert Bears, Robbie Singleton, and Kenneth Mikesell, they may be coming in and are this time by.
Yes, sir, they are.
And that's going to put Jim Hickson back on the lead lap. So if a caution comes out in the middle of this, we'd hate to see that, but if it does, he's back on the lead lap, and Thomas Holder would be back on the lead lap as well.
All this is going to put Sandy Curtis as the leader here if he makes it around here, and he will lead his first lap of the race. Very good. Sandy Curtis starting 25th. And he just led his first lap.
That's the unique thing about Talladega. The start-finish line is past pit
Right.
road. So if somebody's sitting on pit road, you can make a pass there. Other tracks, usually it's halfway down pit road. Here it makes it more interesting, definitely.
Well, Sandy needed that. He's 11th in the points. This should really help him out. Might get him into the top 10. I mean, he's quite a ways ahead of Brian Wang, Gary Whitmer, Robert Rock. He's quite a ways ahead of them guys. So we'll see how that works out for him.
I am so curious to see how far these guys can take it, Rudy. I would love to see them be able to make it. And you don't normally see fuel strategy like this come into play at a super speedway. Usually it's the first guys on and off pit road. But if they can pull this off, that would be truly amazing, because they would have a 30-second lead over these guys should it stay green the rest of the way, if they can make it on one more stop.
Well, this might be a good time to do a crank it up then. Everybody, we're waiting on these guys to pit.
Sounds good. Yeah, they got a few more laps before they come in, I feel sure.
All right, so as it's working right now, Mark Remine takes the lead back here. Been out there 7 laps in the lead. Brian Wang right behind him. Those two have been stuck together quite a bit here tonight.
Yes, they have.
They're both great drivers, and they've decided that they were going to go ahead of Sandy Curtis right there, which is fine. Sandy led 4 laps. He's got to feel pretty good about that. Those 3 we know can make it on this final pit stop.
Now, Rudy, I want you to pay attention to something. Do you see how that line is kind of spread out a little bit and not close together?
Yep.
These guys who are behind the leader group 3, they're saving fuel.
Yeah.
They're not full throttle. They are about 3/4 throttle right now, trying to save fuel. I think they're trying to make it to be able to go one more stop on fuel.
Yeah, they're going to try to pit with Mark Remine, Brian Wang, and Sandy Curtis. If they can, boy, this is going to make the cheese really binding. Hey, and Chad Lane. Go ahead.
If you've noticed, Michael Peck and company, they're not as far back as they were the first time they pitted. They're closing in on this group. They were 11 seconds, now down to 8.5. So these guys, this front pack's not going as fast because they're trying to save fuel. this race could be won on fuel strategy. You
Yes.
don't normally think about that at a super speedway, but if these guys can pull it off, that's really going to play a factor and shake up the points.
And yeah. Chad Lane in chat there, and Everett. There's Everett. And we got him on camera here too. I don't know. I'm sure he's probably trying to cipher out right now, where did we go wrong? I can tell you where they went wrong is because they didn't pit under that caution, and those other guys did.
Yeah, they have to make it 3 more laps, Rudy. If
Yep.
they can make it 3 more laps, they'll have enough fuel to make it to the end. They
And
won't
I
have
think
enough
they
for a
can.
green-white checker, but they will have enough to make it to the end.
Yeah, and I think they can without an issue. I don't think it's going to be a problem. We're going to have a couple of them that are going to peel out of that, though. I don't think Ben Gear's going to make it. Gary Whitmer, Randolph Gumbo, Joel Guy, Robert Rock may make it. Todd Siebels may make it. He's going to be right in the window there, too, with Mark Remind, Brian Wang, and Sandy Curtis. Those guys made the right call, I do believe, Dwayne. I mean, we could be wrong, but I got a sneaking suspicion. I think they're going to make it.
Well, I think you're right about Ben Gear. I believe they're going to have to pit this time. They've been out there 23 laps.
Yeah, here they
You
come.
can make it to the 24th on fumes, and there they go.
Yep, Sandy
These other
Curtis.
guys who have stayed out, Mark Remind, Brian Wang, Vernon Markham, Robert Rock, and Todd Siebels, they're trying to make it 2 more laps
Yep.
and then pit, and they'll be good to the end.
And this is interesting. Yeah, this is very interesting. Yeah, Todd Siebels, too. Those 5 right there.
And 5 is all you need to be fast
Yep.
here. A 5-car draft. They need to make sure that not only do they get on pit road together, that they leave pit road together so they can stay in that 5-car draft.
If they can go around one more time here, I think they'll be able to make it. One more.
Well, here they go. Yes, sir. We're coming to 25 to go this time. They come in on this lap. It'll be 24 to go. And they've been out there 23 laps. I think we're going to see them in this time. Robert Rock has been out there 24 laps. Todd Siebel 24 laps. All they have to do is pit here, and they're good to the end.
Yep. Well, Michael Pegg and company are closing here, Dwayne, 6.6 seconds, but they've got to pit one more time, too.
Exactly. It doesn't matter. They have to pit one more time. These guys will not.
They might get by with just a splash of gas, and that might be what's going to save them, is just taking a splash of gas.
Here they come.
Yep.
Yes.
Vernon's
Markham going to stay out and make one more lap. He's going to make sure he can get to the end.
He wants to lead a lap and get a bonus point, so he's going to take up with Thomas Holden or Holder. Thomas is going to try to help him a little bit.
So Vernon does get that lap led.
Yeah.
He's got to get to pit road this time. He cannot make another lap around here. He's been out there 24.
Nope. If he runs out of gas now, boy, long way back to pit road coasting.
Now, Mark Remind, these 4 drivers do get off of pit road together. Robert Rock, Todd Siebels, Brian Wang. So this could be the race between these 4 for the win here. We'll have to see how this shakes out.
Well, here comes Vernon in, and the bad thing about this is he's all by himself.
Yeah, he's not going to have the draft help.
Yep.
He's got to hope that he can get with somebody when he gets out of here who can give him that draft help. Otherwise, he's in big trouble.
Well, Michael Pegg just took the lead back. Gary Slapinski, Everett Lane, and Alcina, Darren Reeser, and there's Dean Wilkinson still hanging in with these guys.
Yes, sir. Now, these guys have been out here for 14 laps. They can go a maximum of 10 more, and they're going to be back on pit road.
Yeah. Yep. But those guys behind them have just made their final pit stop. That's
And
Mark
this is how much
Romine.
time Mark Romine just goes by Vernon Margam. Margam going to
Yep.
be in trouble here. Now, there is a pack of cars behind him coming that he may be able to get in with, Randolph Gumbo and company. But as far as staying with the top 4 who do not have to pit again, I want to stress this, you guys. These 4, Mark Romine, they're in 17th place. They're 32 seconds off the lead, but they are not going to stop. They have enough fuel to make it to the end, where everybody else behind them or in front of them will have to be coming down pit road. So that, I think we just saw the strategy for the win here, Rudy. Now, there's only one thing that can put a wrinkle in that for them: a caution. They do not want a caution. They need this to go green for their strategy to work out. They have to have this go green flag to flag. The top 13 all nose to tail here in this lead pack. Jacob Edson is 22 seconds off for the lead with Paul Witt. Mark Romine and company 33 seconds off. Right now, just kind of riding around waiting for the next set of green flag stops that some of the drivers will have to go through.
Yeah, these guys are going to have to stop here probably in about the next 6 or 7 laps. And that's going to make them 13, 14 laps short of making it to the end. And that's just going to open the window right back up for those guys in the back here to possibly take that over. Jacob Edson. Okay, this was not, let's see. Okay, they're going to have to stop him and Paul Witt. Yeah, they'll have to stop. So that's going to put Brian Wang, Todd Siebels, Robert Rock, and Mark Romine. Yeah, those 4. That's going to put them right in the drivers.
But Patrick Alvarado has taken his car behind the wall.
Ah, man.
That'll leave 28 cars remaining, 24 on the lead lap. Gary Whitmer, the last car on the lead lap, in 24th. He is with that group, including Vernon Margam here, just ahead of the leaders right now.
Yeah.
These guys are in danger of going a lap
Yeah,
now.
they're going to get past right now. Oh, man. Michael, come up on.
Michael decided to stay in line and not put them a lap down.
Okay.
I think he wants draft help to try to stretch it out even further. No, here they come.
Oh, they're coming to pit road. That's why.
Oh, no, there's a wreck in the back.
Uh-oh.
Will the caution come out? Will they get it going? We'll have to wait and see. They're on the track, stopped right now. If they can get it down, Kenneth Meitzel is off the racing surface. No caution.
Wow, look at this. And Dirty Don Davis led his first lap of the race. Wow, what is going to happen here? We've tried to give you all the scenarios here tonight, folks, just to let you know what's going on. Right now, what we've got is the top 6 here have all got to come to pit road. All right, they're not going to make it. And the scenario is going to be whether Brian Wang and company can get by Michael Pegg and Al Cena and all these guys, which they are passing
right
them.
by them.
Yep.
They just drove right by them now.
Yep.
So they
now
give them the advantage. They should have a little bit of a stretch on these guys before they get up to speed. They assume the command of this race.
Well, but the thing of it is Michael Pegg, Al Cena, and Gary Slapinski, they're going to close that gap up pretty easily, I think, here, because they are inside that, well, barely inside that draft window right now. So I don't know, man. We're going to have to see. Well, anyhow, Robbie Singleton is scored as the leader here. He collects a bonus point for leading the lap. And we got 3 guys that need to come in right now. Him, Jacob Edson, and Paul Witt.
Yeah, now Jacob Edson and Paul Witt can go about another 4 laps before they have to stop.
Yeah. Yeah, so can Robbie. Yeah, he can go about another 6 laps, but
always interesting to see how the pit strategies play out.
yeah. And look at
here
this.
they go.
Here comes Michael Pegg and Gary Slapinski. Or, I'm sorry, Alcina. They're trying on the outside. Gary Slapinski's going to go with them. Look at that big run they just got. Man, that was huge for 3 cars to beat 4 cars that easily.
Well, you see
Interesting.
how close those 3 cars
Yeah.
are. Slapinski's right on Cena's bumper. He's
Right.
not touching him, not pushing him, but just close enough. Now, if these, and you see the gap between Robert Rock and Todd Siebels, that's the reason those cars were able to get by.
Yep.
And here comes Darren Reeser and Dean Wilkinson adding to those cars to the outside line. So they're going to probably be able to push by these guys here, but look where that's put them. It's now, instead of just being a 5-car pack, it's a 9-car pack. So pit strategy playing out for these guys, keeping them up front and separated from the rest of the field. From Mark Ramine back to Everett Lane, Rudy, is about, let's see, where are they now? It's kind of Jacob Edson and Paul Witt just came to pit road, so it's still shaking out on my Everett Lane is 5 seconds behind Mark Ramine right now.
Yeah. But Mark, I'll tell you what though, it was making us think about it, how the heck they were going to do that, wasn't it?
Yep.
That was a good call.
Their pit strategy paid off for him. It absolutely did.
Well, Robbie Singleton, after leading a lap, took his car behind the wall. This was going to put Michael Pegg back in the lead. Right now, I would not bet on any one single person to try to pull out a win here tonight, because any one of these guys can win it right here.
Yeah, we've had 3 take their car behind the wall. Robert Beers, Kenneth Mikesell, as well as Robbie Singleton. So that gives us 25 cars remaining, 22 on the lead lap. Joel Guy still the last car on the lead lap. He's 38 seconds off the lead and by himself.
Well, the biggest mover tonight, Todd Siebels, coming all the way from dead last, 31st to 7th.
And he got there with pit strategy.
Yep. Got to give him a little spot award there. Got to give him a shout out. Great job there, Todd. Awesome run, brother. Man, that was pretty amazing. Brian Wang also ran good too.
Yeah, and it's not over yet, Rudy. Any of these top 9 can find themselves in victory lane here. Just a matter of who pushes and when.
Yep. Well, I hope everybody's enjoyed the race here tonight. If you have, give us a thumbs up on the video. That shows the drivers just how much you really enjoyed the race here tonight. You can hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you get notified every time we do go live. And you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/MaxspeedTV, and check out our full broadcast schedule at MaxspeedTV.com. Darren Reeser, good lap led there. Well, if things are, you can see right there, Dean Wilkinson, you see what he's got going on right now, don't you? He says, this will work. This will put me up there. He could possibly, I don't know, see, Dean has led a lap. Yeah. Gary Slapinski has led 7 laps, so he's not going to lead most laps. So if Dean can finish ahead of Gary, he will gain a point on him.
And if he can finish 2 spots ahead of him,
yeah,
they'll be tied.
Oh,
And if he can
boy.
win it, he'll have the outright points lead heading with
Yep.
two races to go.
And
But I think right now his mindset, if he can, he's going to push Darren Reeser to a win.
Yep.
I think he's going to be stuck to that bumper till we see the
Yeah.
checkered flag.
Well, Dean, I don't think. Yeah, Dean doesn't. Yeah, he's not one of the regulators. But hey, he'll work with a regulator to get there. You know.
Yes, he will.
He's
And
actually teammates with Todd Siebels.
And how often have we seen it, Rudy? Coming down to the last few laps, the only thing that could ruin this for the top 9 right now would be a caution.
Yeah. Yeah, boy, that would just blow all the strategy right out the window.
Well, business is about to pick up. Here we go. 10 laps to go from Talladega.
And Everett Lane is bringing Dirty Don Davis and these guys with them. Although they're 5.9 seconds back, they've got a good pack of cars going. Hopefully they can reel. Nah, they're not reeling them in.
Joel Guy is now the first car 1 lap down as he gets passed up by the pack here. Make that a 10-car pack if he can get back in line real quick.
Yep. That's what he needs to do. He needs to get right over there and get back in. There he goes. Good job.
Does Al Cena try to get in front of Darren Reeser and get a win here? He thought about it for a second.
Yeah, that's a good possibility. But, I mean, I think it's a little early to start making that move right now. If they were down to maybe 3 or 4 to go, I would think about doing that. But if you go too early, you're just going to get passed back. In my opinion.
Well, remember, those top 3 on the bottom line there, 1, 2, 3, they're all teammates.
Well, Chad, where's all your buddies? I thought you guys were going to be tuning in here every night watching Everett race. You're the only one I see. Where's all your buddies at? They must have had other things to do. 9 to go.
And they've pulled away by 3 seconds more over that second pack.
Yeah,
it's now
I
8
know
seconds back to Everett Lane.
Yep. Golly, man. Ooh, big
Brian
stutter.
Wang coming to pit road. He cannot make it on fuel.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. What?
I don't know. He is only out there 16 laps. I do not know. This is definitely an unscheduled pit stop for Brian Wang.
Okay. I don't know why. He should have been able to make it.
He should have been. Yeah, I agree with you. Only out there for 16 laps, but something must have happened he did not like. But
wow,
he's now on pit road, and he's going to lose a lot of time here.
Now there's the Cheetos car. Got to show Ben Gear's Cheetos car one more time here, folks. You check out his picture there, his avatar. Got the Cheetos cat on it. I just fixed that up just before the race tonight, didn't I, Dwayne?
Yes, you did. You did a great job.
Well, thank you. All right, 7 to go, and Reeser led that lap. I'm sorry, not Wilkinson. Darren Reeser led that.
8 drivers right now that do not want to see a caution. Everybody else wants that yellow flag coming out.
Yes. Boy, is this going to... Well, it's somewhat going to shake up the points a little bit, but not like it would have been if we would have seen Mark Remine and those guys win this thing with that big, huge lead they had.
Right, but they're not out of it yet. They are still part of that lead pack. Yep. So they may be able to still come away with the win if they can get the right drafting at the right time.
Robert Rock. Oh, man. Look at this. Robert Rock in there. Good Lord.
He's having a real good race.
Yes, he needed that too. He really, really needed that. He's commended tonight 8th in the points. Would really help him out tremendously. Michael Pegg back in the lead. Coming to 5 to go this time by, Dwayne. We've had 1 caution here tonight, folks. That was like on lap 2, I think.
Yeah, these guys, the 1 caution lap 2, we've been green ever since. And these guys are definitely putting on a show here tonight. Brian Wang about to go a lap down now.
Yeah, Yeah, what a bummer that was for him. Happened to pit like that. Golly, he did not need that right at that time.
But back in with the lead pack that he was working with before.
Yep.
So if he's working with anybody, teammates with any of these guys,
He can help him.
He can help them, absolutely.
Yes, sir. All right, he ducked back into line there. Well, Darren's been getting some good runs on that outside, and I wouldn't put it past him to pull out a win here tonight. He came in tonight 6th in the points. Yeah, 6th. Yeah, he was the one that I messed up there, and I had Michael Pegg in there twice. So, yeah, he's 6th in the points. I don't know why I'm getting those micro stutters. I don't know. I don't understand that. I don't know. I'm thinking about crashing my computer and redoing Windows on it or something, because it's getting pretty packed up with a lot of garbage on it. So I need to do
Windows
something.
11. Stick with Windows 10.
Oh, no, I wouldn't. No. All right, Michael Pegg. Let's see. I think Michael's going to come out of here leading the most laps tonight. He's got 17 under his belt. I don't think anybody's topped that.
Be between him and Everett Lane.
Everett's got 14. Darren Reeser's got 7. Dean Wilkinson's got 1. Gary Slapinski's got 7. Mark Remine's got 13.
And other drivers who gambled and could not make it, Randolph Gumbo, Ben Gear, Gary Whitmer, and Sandy Curtis on pit road.
Yep, 3 to go. Yeah, Michael Pegg will lead the most laps tonight, and that'll really help him out with those extra bonus points. He come into tonight 24 points out of the lead, and boy, if he could just close that gap a little bit by finishing a couple positions ahead of Dean Wilkinson and Gary Slapinski, that would really help him out. And he's going to definitely finish way ahead of Everett Lane. It's too bad Everett had such a bad night after leading that many laps. Golly, man. Bad pit stops sometimes can just really hurt you. Dirty Dawn, top 10 for Dirty Dawn tonight.
And remember, Everett Lane, 3rd position, he was only 8 points out of the lead.
Right.
That's going to be a lot more after this race.
Yeah, it's going to put him in the window of Michael Pegg closing that gap up on him, especially if Michael can win this.
Yep, 2 to go.
If he can win this, he definitely will close that gap up on Everett Lane a lot. AEF 1256. That's the stove. Looks like Gumbo got cold. What? Oh. Okay, I got it. Yeah, Gumbo, he's definitely off the pace right back here now. He's in 21st. All right, coming to the line. Going to be white flag in the air.
No overtime tonight.
Nope. And let's see who's going to lead that. Michael Pegg led that lap.
Here they go.
Barely.
Mark Remine getting help from the outside.
Man.
They waited to the last lap to go.
Yes,
Here
sir.
they go.
We
And it
are
worked
3
out
wide.
We worked out for Brian Wang, able to help Remine. We'll see who's going to lead the lap. They come down the backstretch for the final time. It's going to be a drag race.
Oh, my
into turn
gosh.
3.
I'm telling you. And you can see Dean Wilkinson is tucked right up under the back bumper there, Darren Reeser. Oh, my gosh. Who is going to get this?
Coming through 3 and 4 for the final time.
It's going to be close. It's going to be close.
Through the tri-oval. Looks like Michael Pegg has the advantage for now. Wilkin, it's going to be at the line.
Pegg got it.
Michael Pegg by 4 thousandths of a second.
Oh my God. We got to go back and take a look at this at the line, folks. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable at the line. It's amazing how they all got 3 wide like this. Look at this here at the line. Unbelievable.
And even more interesting, Rudy. Thanks to Mark Ramine taking it 3 wide, he finishes 2 spots ahead of Gary Slipinski.
Oh boy.
If I'm correct in thinking that, outside of any incidents they may have gotten, if they get the same bonus points, they're tied for the lead
Oh my gosh.
with 2 races to go.
Well, I'm trying to get it here to the line, but I hope Michael's going to do the burnout for us. We'll get him up here real quick. Michael, make sure you do a burnout for us, buddy. Are you there? Hello, Dean?
Yes, sir.
Make sure you do a burnout for us. 4 1,000ths of a second. Unbelievable. Great job, Michael. Congratulations, brother. I'll tell you, at the very end there, coming down to the end, were you even concerned? Because they were making a run on you, even clear on the outside. Did you know that?
I was concerned the last 10 laps. Anytime Dean's pushing, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to pay attention when Dean's on the outside for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I'll tell you what, there are no slouches, man. These guys are there. You guys had all the hot people right up there in the front with you, man. Great job tonight. Holy smokes!
There's a few of them that went for fuel mileage and it backfired on them. We were able to track them down.
Barely, barely. Yeah, but they did. Yeah, it was you barely got them, but you got them. Good job.
Well, we were getting ready to pit, and there was some lap traffic. We were able to stay out.
Yep.
That was able to make up the difference.
Yeah. Wow. Well, great run here tonight. This should really help you in the points. We were trying to kind of track the points a little bit with he finished back in 8th. You won, you gained the points, you got the most, you led the most laps, so that's another bonus point for you. Did you finish with a clean, no incidents?
Yes, sir.
Well, there's more bonus points. So I'm going to say this is going to put you a lot closer to Everett. I don't think you're going to pass him for 3rd, but it's going to put you a lot closer. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, it's hard to catch those guys. Not much time left.
Yeah.
You know, Gary had a great finish tonight. Dean's had an incredible season this year. So
Yes.
Hats off to him.
Yes. I think everybody, all of you guys it's been really interesting to watch. The top 10 in here are just amazing. You know, you guys are just amazing. Every week you come out here and just put on some of the greatest racing that you'll ever see anywhere, you know, and, it was just a big win for you tonight. Talladega next week, and then the season finale at Daytona. How do you feel about the next 2 races?
I feel good about Talladega. I don't know. Daytona's been biting me a couple of times. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. All
Last
right.
time
Well,
yellow got me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, who you got to thank for tonight's race?
Everybody came out and raced with us.
Yeah, grabbing the win here.
You know, yeah, it turned out to be a fuel mileage race and then speed race, and everybody was kind of doing their own pit strategy. And that's when it gets fun, is when you got the whole field mixing it up.
Yep.
We weren't sure we were going to catch them because they were way out in front of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, hats off to the Lucky Dog guys, all the regulators. They did incredible. Gary tonight pushing, Al pushing. You know, they're just unbelievable. You guys, MaxspeedTV, Cash, Tracy, and Molly.
All right, Michael. We'll see you next week at Talladega, buddy. Go celebrate that win.
Thanks, sir.
All right. All right, Dwayne, you got second place?
Yes, sir. Caught up to Darren Reeser. Darren, man, you had everything there at the end. Just 4 1,000ths of a second difference between you and Michael Pegg at the line. You had a great pusher behind you. Talk about your racing out there a little bit tonight.
Oh, I think we had a great race tonight. It really was a really good race. We had that one early caution, and then it just went caution free after that. So couldn't ask for a better race.
Absolutely. And you had some guys there in that lead group with you who were doing it on fuel strategy. They almost pulled it off. Did you think that you'd ever have a fuel strategy race at Talladega?
Well, yeah, I mean, we always kind of hope for, like Michael said, you know, that's when it gets fun, is when when you got a couple different strategies like that. And I'll be honest with you, it's hard to beat the fuel mileage. To come out ahead of fuel mileage is a pretty good win.
Absolutely.
Usually fuel mileage gets it.
Absolutely. Well, you came into the night 7th in points. You finished well ahead of some of the guys that are in front of you there. So it's going to be a good boost for you as we head into 2 races to go. How do you feel about doing it here again next week?
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I'm down a race too. So wherever I'm sitting, I've got
7th.
1 race already dropped. So it should make a difference next week because I'm assuming we have 2 drop races for this series.
All right. Well, we will let you get out of here, dear. But before we do, who do you got to thank for 2nd place tonight?
I got to thank Dean Wilkinson, especially after I took him out last week, and he was really cool about it. I apologized to him. He was real thankful for that. Awesome racer, and I got to thank Dean for pushing me for 22 laps to keep me out there and to give me that 2nd place. So I got to thank Dean Wilkinson for that. And of course, I thank the rest of everybody, our Lucky Dog Sim Racing, MaxspeedTV, and my teammates, regulators, and just everybody who ran tonight. It was an awesome race.
All right. Well, again, congratulations on 2nd, and we will see you next week.
Thank you.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to talk to Dean, but he left already. So I kind of wanted to talk to him about his march up there in the points. But Dean, if you can hear me, come back in TeamSpeak. I don't know why these guys, boy, as soon as the race is over, they're gone. Their history archives out of here. Yesterday's news, you know. But anyhow, we will get to 3rd place here. Alcina, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I sure do.
And he took his car behind the wall. Okay. Well, as soon as I can find you on the track here, I guess we'll get a chance to talk to you. I can't find you anywhere. You're nowhere to be found.
He can hear you.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, I'm in here.
I know, but I can't find him on the track anywhere. There he is, because he left. Anyhow, as soon as I can get you here, grab a hold of you. All right. Well, Al, what a job you did tonight, man. You never did lead a lap, but man, you stayed right on Michael's bumper there and never gave up that back bumper. Were you thinking about if there was a chance you could have snuck out into that middle lane? Could you have maybe tried to go for the win?
Oh, I don't know. I'm out here really to kind of push these guys to see if they can win one or something like that. I've missed a bunch of races, so I'm really not running for points. So anytime I can push one of these regulators up there, it just feels good for me. So this is kind of like 2 weeks in a row now for Michael, pushing him across. But yeah, just whoever. If I can help him out, I'll sure help him out.
What did you think of tonight's race? I mean, it had a caution there, I think, on lap 2, and it went caution-free the rest of the race. It all come down to, like Michael said, pit strategies and fuel mileage. What did you think about that? Were you a little concerned when you guys come off the pit road and you had that little bit of a lag back there? What was you, like 8-9 seconds or something behind those guys? Were you concerned?
We were like 18 seconds behind.
Well, yeah, we were definitely concerned that we figured, well, you know, but they beat us, but we're going to give it our best shot. So
right.
We stayed tucked up real good, and we was making good time, and so we finally caught them, which surprised us. Yeah, we was definitely running them down and going to make it interesting for the end.
Well, it did, man, because them guys were right there the whole time. That was amazing. So, well, you come out of here finishing in the 3rd position tonight. You're 12th in the points. Man, I'm not going to say you're totally out of it. You know, things can happen when you get up, when you're the last 2 races. You got Talladega next week. More of the same. You think you'll be right up here mixing it up and maybe helping the regulators again?
Yeah, I want to give it my best shot for sure. See if I can help somebody out.
Very good, man. That's what we'd like to hear. All right, well, Al, who you got to thank for 3rd place then before you go?
Well, I want to thank the regulator boys there. They did a hell of a job tonight. Just
Yeah.
stuck with it and just did their thing, and it worked out real good. Right there at the end, it was. I knew Dane was pushing Darren and Gary was behind me, so
Hmm.
we figured it was going to be close, and it was.
Yep. Yeah, man, what a finish there. Yeah, I kind of wanted to talk to Dean Wilkinson, but oh well. Hey, he is back. Hey, he must have heard me. He was listening in. Good job. Way to go, Dean. Well, anyhow, thanks for talking with us, Al, and we'll see you next week then at Talladega.
All righty. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Dean, I'm glad you came back. Holy smokes, brother. What a race tonight.
Yeah, that was a good race. That was fun.
I mean, it's like I told Dwayne, I wouldn't have bet on any of you guys out there to win because you're also evenly matched. You guys are all talented, and really every one of you can get it in Victor Lane. And it was close. You did everything you could to push Darren Reeser up there. It was close though, but you come home fourth tonight.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
My teammates were stuck in the back. Todd he finished 7th. He was doing the fuel strategy. Didn't quite work out, but 7th was pretty good.
Well, now, according to our math, and I think Dwayne was figuring it out, you may be tied with Gary now going into next week's race.
Nice.
Is that right, Dwayne?
They got the same amount of bonus points, and you finished 2 positions ahead of Gary. You are behind 2 points. You're going to be tied with 2 races to go.
Oh, right on. Make it exciting.
We were following this because we thought, holy smokes, he's got the potential of actually passing Gary, But you wound up tying him. That's amazing. That was too bad. Gary had a bad week last week there at Daytona and wound up finishing 29th, and you had a good week. So that's the way it works, though.
Oh yeah.
And
sometimes you have the luck. Sometimes you don't.
Yep. Next week it could happen to you, and you could be all them points you gained just wiped right out. So.
Yep.
But congratulations on your 4th place finish here tonight. Anyhow, I wanted to talk to you because I thought it was pretty cool. We followed along with you, and the way you stayed up there in that front pack the whole time, you pitted with these guys. You never left their side. So great job out there. Well, Dean, anybody you want to thank for your 4th place before you go?
Just thank you guys for the broadcast. I always enjoy going back and watching it. Thank Lucky Dogs for the pretty darn good season. I'm really enjoying it. And my partners, TW with Todd and Robert Rock. And thank you very much.
All right, Dean. We'll see you next week then, brother. I'll tell you what.
Next week, Rudy.
If the races this season here is going to be like no other season, Michael, I'm going to tell you that right now. For the maiden season, this is going to be mind blowing.
Yeah, the guys are really, really good. They really raise their game.
Man, I'm telling you, it's you got the cream of the crop drivers in here, and these guys are they're really showing it, man. They are really showing it. So
yeah, it's great. They got their teams going. They're both trying different pits, and the pushing's been great. The drafting's been great. The guys have been pitting good. It's really been good for a lot of the guys have really came a long way.
Yeah,
and only one caution.
Yeah, that was the best part of it all right there. And that's what almost lost you the race because those guys pitted. Okay, they pitted and popped off the tanks, and you guys stayed out. That almost cost you the race.
Well, we were counting that too because they got about the gallons on the beginning on that caution, so we were worried about that, and then we were worried about when they, we saw them going for fuel mileage.
Yeah.
We were watching the clock on that last one. They came by, they were 18 seconds out front. I mean, we had to boogie, but they were going slow to try to get fuel mileage, so it kind of worked out for us. Yeah,
they were saving. They were trying to get 24 laps out of that tank of fuel, which they barely did. And it was just enough that it left them 23 to go to finish the race. So, man, they had to have been really close on fuel.
Yeah, and if we wouldn't got that lap traffic, I don't think we'd have caught them. They were 5 seconds out when we were when we caught the lap traffic.
Yeah. Yep. And once you guys caught up to him, you kind of struggled for a second there to get around him because of the lap traffic. But once you got around him, it was good. And then they stayed right with you. And we were waiting when Marker Mine pulled out, him and Brian Wang. We thought, oh gosh, this is going to wind up to be a 3-way tie going across the line. You know, Brian stepped up there to help Marker Mine. He had something happen. Brian had something happen. He had to
think they
pit
got
there.
short on fuel. I think they put it on 49.
Something. Well, I don't know. Brian, yeah, he had to stop by himself, and that put him a lap down. But he stepped right back into the window there and picked up where he left off, pushing Marker Mine. So he never left his partner. That was great, man. Never leave your wingman, right?
Yeah, Brian is really good. He's really raised his game. He's outstanding.
Yep. All right. Well, we're going to run down through the final results here, I guess, and we'll get out of here, right, Dwayne?
Yes, sir.
All right, Michael Pegg coming home with the win. Darren Reeser finishing second. Al Ghost Rider Cena, let me put it that way. He will finish in third place. Dean Wilkinson fourth. Mark Remine fifth. Gary Slapinski sixth. Todd Siebel seventh. Everett Lane eighth. Everett Lane was eighth. Don Davis ninth. And Frank G rounds out the top 10. Dwayne?
Brian Pierce will bring it home in 11th spot. Larry Boyle 12th. Vernon Margam on the fuel strategy not quite working out for him tonight. Finishes in 13th. Jacob Edson 14th. Paul Witt 15th. Robert Rock 16th. The last car on the lead lap. Brian Wang will cross the line in 17th position. Gary Whitmer 18th. 19th will go to Ben Gear, and Sandy Curtis rounds out the top 20.
Joel Guy 21st, Robert DuPont 22nd, Jim Hickson 23rd, Randolph Gumbo 24th, Thomas Holder 25th, Robbie Singleton 26th, Kenneth Mikesell 27th, Robert Beers 28th, Patrick Alvarado 29th, and Chris Hogue rounding out the field in 30th position. All right, well, again, congratulations to our winner here, Michael Pegg. Put it in victory lane. Is that 2 in a row? Did I heard you say that?
No, that is his third win of the season, but not 2 in a row. No.
Okay, yeah, not 2 in a row. Yeah, that's right. All right, well, anyhow, congratulations to him for pulling this out tonight. Great job, man. What a finish that was at the very end. Him winning by 5 1,000ths of a second. Well, you said 4. That's probably accurate because my overlays say 5, but they're off sometimes. But 4 1,000ths of a second, that was pretty amazing. Don't get a whole lot closer than that. So
it does not.
Nope. Well, thank you again, Dwayne, for helping out. Appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back Monday night, Dwayne and I. So until then, stay safe and have a good night.
Good night, everybody.